focus on my brake lights. Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm feeling green, right? Talking to my past life. Focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
Hey, all of you beautiful viewers, welcome to Breaking the Silence and speaking about beauty. I have these wonderful, beautiful
Thank you.
by my side. So we have ShyTia and Angeli,
Yes.
and my name is Francisca, and we are breaking the silence. And as we always do, we break the silence in this show, right?
Yes,
so
we
if you're looking
do.
for a calm moment, a serene moment.
Sometimes
to
not.
relax.
No, this is not the show for you.
Okay? But it is a great hour for you to enjoy, to laugh, to be informed, because we don't want to learn things by somebody just pointing their finger and just speaking in this bland tone, right? And it's like, we're just going to tune you out. We're not going to take any of your information. That is why we like to do it with a little bit of a twist, with fun moments,
Yeah.
little
With a
anecdotes
little
here and
chaotic
there.
moment.
Because it's fun. You get to have fun and learn at the same time.
Yeah.
And let's face it, we all want to better ourselves. We all want to improve and grow.
Exactly.
And a lot of the times we have to reflect on the past to
Yeah.
see what we did wrong.
Oh.
I know, but we have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have
We
to.
have
That is
to.
something that we cannot avoid. So that is actually one of the topics we're going to be talking about today is things we wish we knew in our 20s. Should say things that we wish we knew now in our 20s, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like here
Yes.
thinking, wait, 20s? Because that's kind of like our age right now.
I'm still there. All right. So that is what we're going to be talking about, one of our topics. And speaking about looking back into our past, we're going to be talking about outgrowing the old version of ourselves.
Okay.
And this is something we should be doing no matter how old we are. 20s,
Yeah.
30s, 40s, 80s, 90s. We should always be growing, developing,
Exactly.
changing.
Bettering ourselves.
It's kind of like an onion, right? You're just always peeling back different layers of things that we need to change, things that we need to be able to improve on. And hopefully you're going to enjoy this little segment to get to know us a little bit more and see how well we know each other. So we're going to be playing Who's Most Likely.
Who's the target today?
Yeah, I remember being that target. Yeah.
Here. Today's, I don't know who it is going to be.
Yeah, I think our producer definitely targets one of us for each one. So we're going to see who the target of this one is going to be. And we're going to be having our victory checks, which is so important to celebrate our victories. As we always talk about on the show, celebrating our small wins. So speaking about small wins, before we get into our victory check, do you have any small wins you want to celebrate right now?
Small wins.
That is.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
actually, well, you know here in the show that I love coffee, right? So, I've been like trying to as well not to go too much on it, so that even if there will be days that I'm not gonna go having coffee and stuff like that. I'm not gonna have like those headaches and migraines. So these days I'm okay without it. Although I still have it, but what I'm saying is not like kind of like I'm addicted to it or something like that. You know, that I can't go a day without it. So that is a victory check. I mean, not a victory check. I'm already going towards a small win for me.
Yes. And now you're going to have to hold on to your small win.
Yes.
And I'm going to have to hang on to mine because we're going to have to take a commercial break. So you're going to want to stay tuned. Definitely kick back, enjoy the program, put the remote aside, turn up the volume because today is going to be a great show.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
Jesus was more than just another man. He was God in the flesh who revealed the power of the Spirit as he performed many miracles and taught the truths of the kingdom of heaven. Jesus established his church to carry on his mission, to reveal God through both his actions and his words. The Universal Church takes that mission very seriously as a school of faith. Our goal is to help you discover and develop your faith so your life can be transformed. We teach you how to draw closer to God by activating trust, faith, and obedience. Essential spiritual building blocks for a deeper relationship with Him. What sets us apart is that your problems become ours. As we fight your battles for you and alongside you, any victory and success that you win by faith becomes God's victory and success, so that you can become the next powerful testimony for His glory. Let's help you find what you've been searching for.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
I don't care who you are, fair is fair.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
You have to maximize, retirement.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
All right, go and get a pen and paper, or take out your phone and open your notes tab. Okay, have you done it? All right, perfect. So we're going to be giving you all of our things that we wish we knew when we were in our 20s. Because let us face it, either people gave us the advice and we chose not to listen because we knew better, or we didn't think it was going to happen, or it wasn't very important to us at the moment, or we got the advice too late and the problems have already begun. So either way you want to look at this, we're all going to need to take these notes and learn from our experiences and our fails. So think of it like a big sister to little sister kind of conversation, okay? So get ready to take the notes. Have you been in that situation? People come and say, you know what? You should really wash your face. You should really wash all that makeup off your face. It's really bad for your skin to have all that makeup on your face at night. Your skin can't breathe. You're going to end up aging sooner. And you're in your 20s. Your skin, you're still in your 20s, but your skin is...
I was about to say, excuse me.
Your skin is flawless. The collagen is there. The shine is there. The elasticity is there. And you don't see the problem that's going to happen later on. So then you do not wash your face. You do not listen to the advice that people are giving you because you know better. So I'm definitely speaking from experience because I was one of those people that was like, I don't need to wash my makeup off. I'm going to keep it on. And then if I need to, I'll just reapply and I'm good to go. My skin is good. I don't have any acne. I don't have any problems. So I can keep this makeup on my face. They don't know what they're talking about. They're older. They're wiser. But they don't know what they're talking about. I know what is best, right? And now, looking not that far back, but looking back a little bit.
Just yesterday.
Yeah, just yesterday. I'm like, you know what? They definitely have a point.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I wash my face, I'm like, you know what? I can definitely feel the difference.
Yeah. And just kind of think about it like this. No, I don't see what they're saying, the results or whatever that they're saying. Hey, I'm gonna have aging skin, it's gonna be faster. You don't see it right away. It's not like, hey, it's gonna be tomorrow, you're gonna see it. So that's why sometimes I think when they advise us, when we're younger back then, we don't see what they're telling us. It's gonna be in the long run, right? So we were kind of like, hey, we're living in the present. So I don't care what you're saying, I will have to deal with it when I get there. And then when we get there right now, we see those advices. Oh, that's why they said that, because it's like years, right? It's not like a day after or 2 days after. So that's why sometimes you kind of like, I don't want to take your advice on that because I think you don't know what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I didn't really have that problem. But you know what problem I did have? I had a problem where it's like, because we're so young, we're young, we're always on the go. And we don't realize that, when you wake up in the morning, you should at least take 5 minutes to stretch.
Oh, yeah.
To stretch. It helps with your posture and it also helps with your energy. But because we're in the hustle and bustle of life, because we're there trying to, get things done, and I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that.
And you don't feel the aches and
you don't
pains.
feel it. Yeah, you don't. Your knees aren't cracking, your back isn't hurting.
Yeah.
But if you actually do take those few minutes to actually stretch when you wake up, throughout the years, you build that habit where in the future you get 30, 40, 50, you don't have those aches and pains when you wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very, very true. And go ahead.
Yeah, no, another one that I wanted to really like have this point because now I'm kind of like more aligned with it, like with finances, budgeting and stuff like that. But when you're in your 20s, when you're in your teens, hey, it's my first paycheck, right? You get so excited. It's your first job. What am I going to do? This is my first salary. I'm going to splurge. I'm just going to buy whatever I want. And you don't think about saving. Like, come on, like I just got my first job. So I'm not going to try to save or whatever, have a savings account and all of that. So I struggled with that. Like I would I would get my first paycheck or my paycheck every month or whatever it is. And then I would splurge on whatever I need because, hey, I have a roof over my head. I was still in my parents' house and stuff like that. So I don't have expenses, right? When we're in that adulting phase, we don't care about bills. We just care about whatever we're receiving. So savings, meal planning, or anything that would give us like that budget, we kind of don't really understand it as much. But when we get to that age that, hey, this is your responsibility, this is your task, everything, then you kind of like realize I should have not splurged when I was younger. I should have saved, and then it could like give me like a better habit, a healthy habit.
Or
in
even
my
a little cushion now.
Yeah.
Because now maybe you're paying off the credit card debt and all those things that you wouldn't have had.
Yeah.
And that is very painful when reality hits.
Yes.
All right. So I hope y'all enjoyed this segment. So key points are taking care of your body, making sure that you're stretching in the morning. Even when you're not feeling the aches and pains, the future you will definitely thank yourself. Eating healthy, meal planning, being able to give your body the nutrition that it needs, not only sweets and candies and junk foods because you're in your 20s, but because the future body and your future self will appreciate everything that you are doing to take care of your health and also take care of your finances and your mental health. So those are things to think about in this new year that is going to be helping you in the future. But we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Empowered women, empowering conversations. Stay with us on Breaking the Silence as we inspire and uplift each other.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
You are watching the right show.
I already know it.
Why look anywhere else?
Cartoons, cereals, and laughs with the AM show.
Pure entertainment.
Look over here, miss. Sir.
Wait a minute.
I have good news for you. No matter your situation, no matter who you are, there is a way out. There is hope.
Everything you love is right here
on The YOLO Show.
Look, there's nothing we like to do more than heat it up
on LFN.
Is it not possible that we treat each other like brothers for a moment?
The only one I had left me for a beggar.
Spread the word.
A miracle is going to reach you right there where you are.
Spread the faith.
He is able to transform your life. He is the God of the impossible.
We are the LFN, and we are here to stay.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection.
Want to get out of here?
To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
Your story matters. Your voice matters. This is Breaking the Silence.
Welcome back to Breaking the Silence. It is time to play Most Likely To Growth Edition.
Okay.
All right.
Like this.
So if you are new to our program, we like to play this game here where we're going to have a question and then we decide who is most likely to do whatever that question or statement is. Okay? To see how well we know each other. Okay. And we have our cards, we have our names on our tablets, and we will reveal the answer. Okay? So let us look at our first question. Who's most likely to take a social media break for mental health?
Okay, I already have my answer.
I have mine.
All right.
Yours?
Yes. That was easy.
3, 2,
1.
Angeli. Yeah. I thought that it could be any one of us, but Angeli for sure.
But she's all about her boundaries and like her
do not
peace
disturb
and her mental state.
I will definitely.
That is
oh my gosh, I'm at the target today. Oh my goodness.
I told you. I voted Angeli in the beginning.
All right. Maybe it's just the first one.
All right.
Let's see the next one.
So, who's most likely to start morning journaling and stick with it? Remember, the important part is stick with it.
Okay, well, that just made it more difficult.
I have my answer.
Hold on. Just
I have my answer.
Okay. All right.
3, 2, 1. Angeli.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like your New Year's resolution, right?
Yeah.
It was?
So, well, one of them. One of them.
Journal in the morning.
Journal.
So, have you stuck with it so far?
Yes, I'm just having a hard time with the paper journaling because that's my goal, is to do it on paper because it's much more, I guess it's much more meaningful. Although, also digital like tablet or phone, whatever it is. But the tablet or the device I've been doing, but the paper I'm still trying to get to it. But yeah, the journaling is definitely helping me a lot. And yeah. Oh my goodness.
Interesting. All right. So
2 in a row.
It's all about
2 in a row. Is it going to be me? Okay, let's.
All right,
well, that means you're growing.
Yeah, okay. All right. Who's most likely to confront a fear instead of avoiding it? To confront a fear instead of avoiding it.
I got mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
3,
2, 1.
I put ShyTia.
I put myself too.
I put you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why did you put me?
I don't know. I think that you're
bold.
Yeah,
like
bold and go-getter. Yeah.
All right. I put ShyTia because she makes conversation with everybody, but she says that she's terrified of those things. So I'm like, if you're scared, but you make friends with people at the grocery store.
She takes.
Yeah, I just feel like it's better just to rip off the Band-Aid because eventually you're going to have to do it anyway. So you might as well just do it now.
I mean, not all the time. You just stay quiet.
Yeah.
Well, for that, but anything you're afraid of, I feel like eventually you're going to have to do it. So just rip off the Band-Aid and do it. Yeah. Especially if it's for something
and
good.
not listen to your emotions and the fear. All right.
Okay. Next one.
Who's most likely to say no to something that doesn't serve their growth?
Okay. Okay. I changed.
Yeah, I got mine.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Angeli, yes.
I think this is me today. Like, come on.
The boundaries.
Yes.
It's all about the personal boundaries and not
well,
crossing
if you receive
it.
no from me, I'm sorry. But
I definitely got some no's.
Yeah.
You know, so
but it's really
self-care.
important to be able to
Self-care.
have those boundaries. And I
Yes.
think at the end of the day, those that don't have those boundaries definitely wish that they had the strength and like discipline to be able to keep those boundaries, because that's not an easy thing to do, is to like stand on your own and be like, no, my growth is what is more important than what you're needing in the moment. But it's not easy for people to hear.
And
I know.
We spoke about it in the show before, like not to have that guilt, because a lot of times we have that guilt for saying no, but again, sometimes you do just have to say no, and it has to be okay with it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So you're comfortable with that guilt.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. All right.
The next one.
The next one. To leave a toxic friendship without guilt. Okay, I have my answer.
I'm in. Okay.
Ready? 3,
Three,
2, 1. Everybody chose themselves.
Yeah, they chose themselves. Well, we gotta.
I mean, but that is a good thing.
Yeah,
That
it's
is a very good thing.
Yeah.
Because if it's toxic, you don't need to be in it.
Yeah.
Separate yourself from
I've
it.
definitely had an experience with this where I had a friend who I definitely had to just be like, you know what? I'm not going to beg you to be my friend. I'm not going to beg you to do anything. Like, I just stopped talking to them. And when they started changing, things like that, then we talked again. But before then, I was just like, no, if you're going to keep doing this, then we can't be friends.
Yeah.
I've heard something similar.
Yeah, and there are just some ways that again it becomes toxic, so you're not able to just be in that relationship anymore.
And it's not like you have to be rude and like just totally cut them out completely, but it's also like how you deal with them, how you interact with them, your friendship level with them. You don't have to be cold, be like, I don't want to talk to you, get away from me.
Right.
But it's like how you handle them. You start pulling back. So but that's very, very important. All right, let us see our next one. Who's most likely to pick up a new skill for personal development?
To pick up a new skill for personal development.
You have your answer?
I'm thinking.
Oh.
Let's see.
She's got a lot of choices over there. All right, you ready?
Yes.
3, 2,
1.
I put you.
Oh,
I put myself too.
Yeah, I put you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm always trying. I enjoy self-development. I think that it's really important because you can do so many other things, but if you're not working on yourself, I feel like if you are so focused on yourself, you're not going to be worried about other people.
Yeah.
You're not going to be focused on other people's drama and other people's problems because you're going to be good within yourself.
Yeah.
Before, I wasn't always like that. I was more of a person that was somebody that I would always try to destroy myself and uplift others. But now I found that you really have to start working on yourself. It's super important.
Yeah, and I think just learning new skills in general. Like I love learning, so I just like to learn new things because it's just like the more you know, the more you can be used, the more you can help somebody.
Yeah, and not being able to just be stuck on whatever you know already. And you're opening new doors for new things. Okay.
All right. Let us see our next one.
Okay.
To reflect on their year and set meaningful intentions. Who's most likely to? To reflect on their year and set meaningful intentions.
Okay, I got mine.
Okay.
3, 2.
Angeli.
Because I actually did this last year, so that's why I chose myself.
The story about the letter, about writing the letter to yourself, that's why I chose you. Because you are or reflective. Put your intention in to actually do that. I'll think about it, but I don't know if I always set meaningful intention and stick fully with it. I do my best.
Yes. I don't think that I have I don't think of the whole year. Like I'll think of maybe a week or a month or a
certain
situation.
areas,
and then I will try to adjust, but not the whole year.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got one more.
We got one more. Let's see.
All right. Let's see.
Okay. Who's most likely to implement a new wellness habit within a week? Ooh, this is hard.
Hold on.
I got mine.
I got my answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2. I put myself.
Oh, I was about to put you. I was about to put you, but I thought about her too because she's always
because you're doing the working out and trying, following that diet plan.
Yeah. So
we're all about growth.
Exactly.
We all had
that growth moment.
It really, you see, I said today was going to be Angeli's day.
I think I got
really
both of them.
Angeli's day.
Well.
It shows you're growing. So we're proud of you.
So we see the progress. And then, thank you.
You're inspiring others.
Oh, I hope I am. But
all right. So on that note, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more.
Queen of All Knowledge here, reminding you, creeps out there on the internet hack, scam, and trick savvy cyber users every day. But we can fight back. It's as easy as IC3. If you're a victim of online crime, don't give up. Visit IC3, the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. Your tips help the FBI track down cyber criminals around the world. Report your crime to www.ic3.gov today.
From the pages of the Bible, an epic story of faith and destiny, the Promised Land. Joshua leads the 12 tribes of Israel.
Those who choose not to follow orders will be considered traitors.
Conquering kingdoms, facing betrayal.
Well, I believe that you would be a great leader, but I was wrong.
And fighting impossible battles. Love, intrigue, war, and miracles. A drama like no other. Experience timeless lessons.
He answered me.
And the power of true faith.
I come to you and I humbly beg of you for aid.
The Promised Land, only on LFN. Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in and be inspired.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Understand that things happen, life happens, mistakes happen.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
When you're mentally exhausted, it's a completely different thing.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
It is time for personal growth, letting go of your old self and growing and moving forward. It is so important for us always to look at areas that we're lacking, look in areas that aren't working, looking at habits and old thought patterns that are no longer serving us. Because if you stay who you are today and use that excuse, this is who I am, I can't change, my family is all like this, my friends are all like this, I can't change, there's not a good future in store for me, then that's where you're going to stay. But that is not where you have to stay. So it's important for you to look at yourself, be honest with yourself, to really see the areas that you need to change and that you need to improve, and start taking the small steps towards that change. So ladies, a lot of the time people don't want to grow. They don't want to let go of their old self. Why? Because they're comfortable. They're comfortable in their old self. Like when you grow, you have to let go of things. You have to do things new. You have to be willing to fail. You have to be willing to mess up. You have to be willing to not know what you're doing. And that can be very scary. That can be very uncomfortable for a lot of people. And it's challenging. And especially if you don't always value yourself in the way that you should, you might not even think that you're worthy of the change, that you're worthy of growing, because you don't see the value in yourself. But it's so important that through outgrowing yourself, you begin to teach yourself that you are worthy, that you are capable, that you can do these things, right?
Yeah, and you know, it's important, as you was talking about that, to be very careful with social media, because as you're growing, as you're changing, you can tend to fall into that trap of comparison. So like, oh, my life isn't as good as this person, so why should I even try? Why should I even do it? But you have to celebrate your small wins. You have to celebrate your victory and understand that growth is a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. You're not going to be completely changed, especially if it's a habit that you've had for, like, let's say 30, 40 years, and now you're pushing yourself to change, you're pushing yourself to be better. So you have to be very careful with comparisons, with doubts, you know, with guilt, for maybe you have to leave some people behind. Maybe you outgrow friendships, you outgrow relationships, outgrow jobs, and you have to leave them, let them go. And because of that, you feel a little guilty, but you can't allow that to stunt your growth because they're not growing the same way as you. So always remember that at the end of the day, you're growing for a better version of you. And if there's people you have to leave behind, if there's things you have to leave behind, let them go, because there will be other people who are going to help encourage you to be better in the future.
You know, that's so true. And it made me think of somebody that I knew that they were changing their life. They were changing the whole path of their life. And they had to do that. They had to let go of friends. They had to let go of old relationships that were no longer going down that same path. And it was very, very difficult to be able to make that pivot. But now they tell me all the time, they're so glad that they made that pivot. And I've even talked to people as I've been here open about, you know, the path that I've had before. You have to, if you're going to grow, if you really want to grow and you really want to change, that is one thing that you have to do, because your old friendships, old relationships, they will always bring you back to your old self. You will never be able to bring them to where you're trying to go. So you have to let go of that. And like you said, you'll build new relationships, you'll build new friendships, but it's so important that in that moment that you stand strong for yourself and know that your growth is what is more important than holding on to old friendships that no longer serve you.
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people, we kind of like avoid that growth, because it can feel lonely a lot of times, you know, because when you're growing, those who don't like that new you, that new phase that you're entering in, they fall behind. And that is why we need to be okay with letting them go. We need to be okay. If they're not okay with us growing, if they're not okay with us changing, and they're not going on the same path, then again, you can leave them behind, because again, when this new door is open, then you have this new relationships that's going to form. And of course, you're going to discover new things about yourself that before you probably reacted the same thing for 20 years. But now a same situation arises and you reacted completely differently because you allowed yourself to grow. Not the same person anymore that you used to avoid problems, you used to avoid confrontations. Now you're somebody who's bold enough. You're, you know, yes, there's still fear there, but you're not allowing that old you to just creep up, right? But again, growth is not something linear that we're going to think about it. Okay, I'm going to start growing, I'm going to start changing, and it's just going to be very smooth sailing. No, because there will be times that those old habits, they're going to creep, those old friendships, old situations are going to try to kind of like remind you, hey, your old self, right, is going to be knocking there. But then you're just going to continue going, right? You're just going to continue growing. As long as you don't allow those fallbacks, or, you know, you fall one time, but you try again. And that's how growth is. It's not just like you just keep going. It's not like a straight line. It's like, you know, there's always curved walls along the way. But it's something that we need to accept, and we need to actually learn how to let go of those things.
And to get back up, because as you said, like, there will be times you get knocked down, but it's not the getting knocked down that's the problem, because everybody has that moment. But it's like, what do I do when I get knocked down? Do I just give up? Do I just go back to that old person and quit and be like, this is why I don't try, this is why I'm not changing? Or do I say, okay, I messed up, or I got knocked down, but I'm going to use this to learn from it, and I'm going to get back up. I'm going to get up stronger. I'm going to know what to avoid, or maybe I didn't know that this was a weakness, but now I know to watch out for it. So next time when it comes my way, I won't even get close to it. So we have to always be ready to pivot, to be ready to get back up, because as we said, like, change is not something that is easy. You know, it's very hard. So we have to be willing to put in that effort to change, to make it happen. And then soon that new us is going to thank us for trying, for pushing, so we can get rid of that old person we were.
Yeah, and there's so many different ways of changing who we are, areas that we could look at. I mean, it's not only just like with your friendships.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the way that you speak to yourself. Maybe it's the way that you speak to others. Maybe it's the way that you perceive others. Maybe you're very judgmental. Maybe, as we've talked about here on the show, you're a perfectionist. That's something else that you could work on in changing. You can change your eating habits. You can change the way, you know, you want to be healthier. So you want to start working out. You want to budget yourself. There's so many different areas of growth. And I feel like people get very wrapped up in like the big overall growth, and they miss these little tiny areas where changes can happen. And I used to do that. Like, if it's big, all or nothing. Like, I'm going to change everything, or I'm not going to change anything at all. And so I got stuck in that kind of mindset until I started changing small areas of my life. When I started changing the small areas of my life, and I could see that I was changing, then it like breathed this new person inside of me that wanted to continue to grow. So don't think that you have to change everything overnight, or it has to be like, oh, this growth moment is going to be something huge and everybody's going to see. No, growth can be silent. Change can be silent, but in the end, at the end of the day, people are going to be able to see the change in you. But what's more important is that you see the change in yourself. So don't be afraid to grow, and don't be afraid of the fear of learning how to change and becoming the new person that you are meant to be. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
When I'm on stage, I'm not trained. I'm Beyonce.
Not me being like, you wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, this one too.
Always said that I wanted to do a TED Talk, but never did I think that I would have done it at this age.
So I say, don't wait for somebody to give you a chance. Give yourself a chance.
Wow. I got to clap my hands too, because it's not easy.
And people say you can't wash your hair when your period's on. That is not true.
Air five. Bam! There we go.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
Hi, Bishop. This is James. I've been struggling to sleep lately. Please pray for me.
Hi, it's Brandon from Tennessee. I can't take it anymore. My life keeps getting worse. Please pray for me.
My name is Jane. I watch you on my 9. I believe that God can heal me. Please pray for me. I feel like my days are just passing me by. I don't know where to go from here. Please pray for me.
Hi, it's Katie. I need prayer. My husband hasn't been feeling well. The doctors say it's nothing, but he hasn't eaten for days now. We are here for you. Our helpline is 24/7. Text us at 1-888-312-4141.
Breaking the Silence is back. Let's keep the conversation going.
All right, so let us celebrate our victories. No matter how big or how small our victories are, they are victories nonetheless. So let me celebrate one of my victories.
Okay. All right.
So I have struggled with Uber Eats, but I said, Uber Eats, you're out the window in 2026. I am not going to go to you multiple times out of the week. I'm going to restrain. So yesterday, because I've been doing my meal prepping, been having my meals, but yesterday I didn't have anything prepped. And I was hungry, I came home late, and I was like, girl, just order some Uber. It'll make your life easier. You can do what you need to do around the house while the food comes. You don't need to worry about anything. And I was sat there and I was like going to war in my mind. I was like, should I order it? No, I should make the food. I have food in the house. No, I should order it. And I was going back and forth and I was like, cut it off. You're going to make the food that you have in the house and you are not going to order Uber Eats. But I kind of like made myself feel better because I was like, okay, you won't do it now, but if you really want what you wanted to order on Uber Eats, you can do it during the weekend. Okay. So it's kind of like teasing myself, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
But I just kind of like, softened the blow on myself a little bit. It was like, if you really want to do it, you can do it on the weekend.
Yeah.
But you have food in the freezer to cook, so go ahead and cook it. So I was very glad that I did it because probably I would have got the food. And as it happens often, I don't enjoy it. I just buy it because it's out of habit of going to Uber Eats. And then when I get it, I'm like, this wasn't even worth all the money I just spent.
Exactly. Sometimes it's what you said. Sometimes it's just out of habit. It's not really something we enjoy anymore, but it's just like, because out of habit, we've constantly been doing it. So, all right. Okay. So, saying about that, should I go next? All right. So very, very quickly. So mine is going to be recently we've been in this detox, right? Social media, but that's not my victory. Well, that's a victory check, yes. But then I wanted to continue even after that. So I went on a 3-week social media detox, and I want to not continue like cold turkey, but I set like how on your phone you can have like a restriction, like set a time, for example, 2 hours, 3 hours for during the day for this specific app that because that you've been spending time on it. So I did that. Well, I've been already doing that, but what I would do, confession time, what I would do, ignore limit for 15 minutes and then ignore limit for 15 more. And then I would ignore limit for today, So I've been trying not to do that. Like if it pops up and say, hey, because I set it for like an hour, right? That's for a day. And once it pops up, it says, okay, your 1 hour for the day is, it's time's up, so you can open this app anymore. I'm trying to like, okay, not ignore limit for a day. I mean, ignore limit for 15 minutes. So I've been, kind of consistent with that. And sometimes, as we spoke about earlier, sometimes it falls back up, but then you keep trying because we see really the effect of social media. We see how time really is being consumed, how much time you're putting in there. So I'm really trying my best not to have like that moment, being robbed of me instead of doing something productive or doing something that would, give me a little bit more of boost rather than going to social media. So that for me is a victory check. Yeah.
That's a good victory check.
So for me, as you all know, that I spoke about like procrastination and all of those things. So what I've been doing lately is if I can do it right then and there, I just stop and I do it. So let's say someone asks me to send an email, to make a call, to go here, to do that. If I can do it right then and there, I do it. I do it so that way later I don't forget. You don't have to keep asking me, oh, did you do it? Especially if it's something so small, because it's like a lot of times I will focus on the big things. Like, oh, this is not a priority right now. I have this, I have this, I have this. And then I'll go back to that. But now I'm just like, you know what? It's going to take 1 minute for me to do this. Let me just do this so that way I can continue to focus on the priority and this is not being left in the dirt. So that's something that I've been doing. And I've been seeing that it's been working, and I've been having less phone calls coming in to remind me.
Which is great.
Like,
that makes a lot of peace of mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely.
Okay.
Well, that is good. So, speaking about procrastination, I have been procrastinating going through my closet.
Oh, yeah. I did
for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of my friends had told me a long time ago, like, if you buy clothes, then like whatever you buy, you need to find that number and remove from your closet. Well, I never removed them from my closet. I was just adding to my closet. And I kept telling myself, like, do it, go through your closet, go through your closet. Because when you have so many clothes, you don't even realize what you have anymore. You're just always going to those same go-tos, right? So I was like, no, I have to do this, but I kept putting it off. And then I remember you saying you would set timers.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe there's a thing to this timer. So I was like, I'm going to set a timer of 30 minutes and I'm going to go through my closet. Maybe not all of my closet, but maybe like the short sleeve section of my clothes or my pants or whatever. So I set the timer and I had a podcast going and I went through my clothes. And I got rid of so much stuff and found so many things. And I was like, oh, and you feel so much better because when you walk in your closet, you can actually see what you have. You have your clothes organized in a way that like makes sense.
Yeah.
And so you're able to think better when you have to find clothes. So I'm not done. We celebrate small victories, okay? So I went through a small section of my closet, and then I'm going to continue until my whole closet is done, and then I'm going to go through my room and go through the house and all that stuff, and just kind of like take things out that I no longer need. But when I think about it, it's a whole closet or the whole bedroom or the whole kitchen. I'm like, no, that's too big for me. So breaking it up into small little tasks and setting timers, it helps.
It works.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's really good.
Okay, so I think I have one more.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
I do. So one thing that I've been doing that I think works really well for me is I've been learning how to manage my stress differently. Because as I say, like, I'll tend to just like do nothing, right? Like I'll be like, I'm stressed out, I'm shutting down, I'm just gonna do nothing. But what I've been doing lately is I've been like, taking like deep breaths and just, pushing myself to calm down rather than needing something else to like calm me down or de-stress me. So I'll take a deep breath and I'll be like, you know what? You got this. It's okay. You can handle it, because we don't understand how bad stress hurt our body. You know, stress does so much damage, and especially when you're in the moment, you don't notice. But as time passes, you will feel the effects later. So I've been pushing myself, like when I see that I'm getting overwhelmed or getting stressed, I just stop and be like, okay, take a break, take 5 minutes, calm down, reset, and then go back to what you're doing. And it's been helping me a lot.
That's good.
That's so good.
Like
Because they say when you do that like deep breath, or even like
really
you
helps you.
tell yourself something that it helps to break up that cycle. So like when you start stressing and then you take that, even if it's 5 seconds, 10 seconds to breathe, it breaks up that dynamic in your mind and in your body and reminds yourself like you're not in panic mode. You are okay. That is a great victory check.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of y'all. You got another one?
Me, just being here.
That is a victory all in
Being
itself.
here is a victory check. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all did a great job. Until next time with the victory checks. And we want to hear from you. We want to hear what your victory checks are. So if you have one that you would like to share, you can text us or DM us your victory checks, and maybe we'll read one on air next time. All right? So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
Feeling drained? Breaking the Silence highlights the vital connection between physical and mental well-being. Step 1. Hydrate intentionally. Make a conscious effort to drink enough water throughout the day. Your brain and body will thank you. Step 2. Embrace colorful foods. Incorporate a variety of fruits and vegetables into your meals. Nourishment is self-care. Step 3. Move your body joyfully. Find an activity you enjoy, even for a few minutes each day. Movement boosts mood and energy. Don't let fatigue silence your vibrancy. Find your power. Break the silence and join the conversation. Tune in to Breaking the Silence weekdays on ULFN. Visit watch.ulfn.org for tips to reclaim your energy and embrace your authentic self.
It's been a day, long, loud. But now, it's time to relax. With LFN.
And welcome to Breaking the Silence.
It's not my fault that Pharaoh chose Asenath to marry Zaphanapania.
But you should have said she was promised to me.
Don't be so sad. We will return back to your TV. It's just today. The show is coming to a close.
You know, that's a small win because we did it for an hour and they was with us for an hour. So that is a small win for you.
You were able to stay with us.
Yes.
That's good.
We are very, very glad that you stayed with us and joined us here on the program. And I hope our topics definitely gave you some insight, something to think about, and maybe something to start implementing in your life.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter where you are in life, it doesn't matter your situation, how old you are, your circumstances, your abilities. Doesn't matter. There's always time in areas where you can grow, where you can develop, where you can change the things that are no longer working for you. And don't be afraid of people's reactions and people's comments and thoughts. In fact, it's better if you don't even let people know what you're doing, because unfortunately, a lot of the times when we want to tell people we're excited, hey, I'm going to start this weight loss journey, I'm going to do this and that, they're going to be like, well, didn't you already try that before? Remember, it didn't really work. And they start putting doubts. No. Cut all that out. Focus on yourself, focus on what you need to do, and let the results speak for themselves.
Exactly. You know, when you have that silent victory, you know, and then only they were gonna see that, hey, you actually went on that. Wow. Like, how did you manage without even telling us, right? How did you manage, like, closing your mouth? But you see, the results speak for themselves.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to take positive advice from people, because as we spoke about early, things we wish we would have known just a few years ago, because we're not that far. Things we wish we would have known sooner. Let's say that. Sooner. Things we wish we would have known sooner. So there are some things, as we said, like we heard and we're just like, no, it doesn't apply right now. But it does apply. So just do those little habits, because your body, your mind, everything will thank yourself later.
We don't want to start doing something because we see that we need to fix something, but it's preventative, right? Let's go ahead and do it now, like using anti-wrinkle cream, so that before the wrinkles come in. You don't want to be using it when you already have the wrinkles. Use it beforehand, okay? But go ahead and scan this QR code that's there on your screen. It will take you to our Instagram page. Breaking the Silence _talk show. There you'll be able to leave your comments, you'll be able to interact with us, and even give us a shout out or tell us somebody that you would like to see on our program. If you are a small business, you have a story to tell, you yourself have a big victory that you've overcome, we would love to be able to share your victory here on the show, and you can come and join us here on the Orange Couches. But for us, ladies, the time has come. We have to say goodbye, but we will be back next time. Bye.
Bye.